So the next section is called the practice of natural happiness. And this will be the final class of this particular section of our second education course. And I'm going to encourage you to continue with the practices that you've learned here. The two key ones are meditation and process of self-inquiry. So we've given you a whole variety of meditation practices that you can use. You don't have to do all of them. You can experiment with them, but find one that works for you and choose to do that meditation practice every day. What we found over time is that you want to make it a habit. The best way to do that is make it part of your daily routine. So for me, I get up in the morning, I take a quick shower, clean my teeth, then I sit for a meditation. I do the same practice. I've been doing the same practice for almost 50 years now. I sit, I particularly use the Hamsa mantra. I watch the breath coming in, watch the pause, and repeat the mantra Hamsa with the awareness that sound is the essence of my being. It's the sound of respiration, and I use it to bring me back to the awareness of my own self. So, same time, choose a time you want to do, choose a length of time that you want to practice, and practice that with great vigilance. Try not to miss a day. I went over 25 years without missing a single day. If I was traveling on an airplane, when that time came, I would meditate. If I had to be on a subway at the time, I would meditate even at that time. So be unfailing in your practice. And then in your life, you can always use the Shiva process. So as we meditate, certain things get triggered, or in relationships or in work, certain emotions arise. Notice, be vigilant in monitoring your inner world. If you've learned anything from this course, I hope it's made you more aware of the reality of your inner world and the importance of that inner world in manifesting your outer world. So whenever you notice any bad energy, any disharmony or discord within you, immediately go to the practice of self-inquiry. I have also found over the years that being with like-minded people who are doing spiritual practice can be tremendously beneficial. So I would encourage you to find others that are practicing meditation and go to satsang. Attend regular practices. Find a group that you can meet with once a week. Maybe some of the students at the university, you might want to continue meditating together. You know, when I needed to be away from my teacher back in the 70s, I would invite friends to join me for a meditation in the evening. And more people started to come, and we started a little center together. And some 40 years later, my sister wanted to learn meditation, and she started going to different groups in Columbus, Ohio, and she found this particular group. It was still going after all these years. I'm in India, but the group continues. So join with other people. Practice the meditation. Good company is really important. As you become more sensitive to your inner reality, you'll be able to really discriminate between those relationships, those friends that are beneficial to you, and those that take you away from the path. So don't be surprised if some of your old friends sort of, you spend less time with them and you gather a new group of friends to you. So good company is really important. Remembering the self, meditating every day, doing the Shiva process whenever something comes up. My final blessing is, may you come to know the self. May you live in supreme bliss. May you be an expression of love in form in this world. God bless. Namaskar. Question, yes.
This book says that dance with one idea that I am the self. So I often get confused that are there two different options? One is that just remember that you are the self. Now you and meditate on that. Now you have to do nothing. And secondly is that you realize the self and then you don't have to remember that you are the self. So what is the correct method?
So we practice remembering the self. We practice recognizing the self. We meditate. And this is an ongoing process that takes place over a number of years. It's not overnight. It takes a while to do that. And as we meditate, we have deeper and more profound experiences, direct experiences of our own inner consciousness. And so we have these state experiences which keep us coming back. After meditation, you often feel energized, you feel peaceful, you feel good. So over a period of time, we keep returning to this state of consciousness, and we continue to meditate and go through various stages of spiritual development, and until we actually reach the permanent stage of awareness it no longer requires effort. We simply are aware that I am that. I'm consciousness. We can watch our thoughts arising from ourselves. We have a direct experience that the joys of the exterior world actually arise from within our own consciousness. So everything that we're taught in the scriptures becomes a living reality for us. We no longer have to do practice. We enjoy doing practice. We still like to meditate. I still love to go to kirtan. I love to chant. I like to do hatha yoga practices. I like to read scriptures from different traditions. It gives me different insights and different thoughts on it. So we can continue to do the things that we enjoy doing, but we never forget, we never slip out of the awareness that I am consciousness, that I'm Shiva. So on the way, we can sing, we can chant, I'm Shiva, Shivoham, Chidananda Rupaha, Shivoham, Shivoham. We can dance in great ecstasy. These can be practices, or they can be expressions of our inner joy. The nature of the inner self is pure joy, complete freedom, absolute unconditional love. It's a love that's so deep and so profound that we need nothing else from the world. We can simply remain in that awareness. And some yogis do. Some of the great yogis like Bhagavan Nityananda just would sit and would meet people but said very few words. He just lived in bliss, and when people would come to meet him, they would be in ecstasy just from the vibrations, just from the energy that emitted from him. Other great beings taught. My own guru, Swami Muktananda, went to the West 3 times, traveled the world, taught hundreds of thousands of people. So each live our lives after realization according to our own dharma, according to our own nature. Some are quiet and withdrawn. People come, receive their darshan, receive their blessing. Others are more dynamic. So if it's your nature to dance, dance. If it's your nature to sing, sing. If it's your nature to paint, paint. Do what comes natural to you with great love and with great joy. So my final blessing to you all is meditate on yourself, honor yourself, love your own being. Meditate with the awareness that the Supreme Consciousness, God, dwells within you, as your true self, as your very own consciousness. And that's the truth. You are that.